There you go.
Not blocking the host here. This is why they come here. This is for the eye candy. Welcome to Carteret CONNECTS. I'm Mike. That's Rich. This is Jake.
I'm the
Jake.
intern.
Jake Black.
Hello.
Our guest today.
Yeah, recent graduate of West Carteret High School here in Carteret County and soon to be incoming freshman at UNC Charlotte. He's going to study all kinds of things out there.
And our Bitcoin expert.
He's a Bitcoin expert. We had no idea what that was until he informed us.
I don't know about expert.
I think it's still shady, but
it's a little shady.
He's a little shady. It's
Just
a lot shady.
Just a little bit.
He's big into it. I think it's like tulip bulbs in the 1500s, but it's probably better, more than that.
Which, for the record, we couldn't say on the air. That's the first bubble that burst for the stock market.
Well, for speculation,
Right.
Yeah. Believe it or not, think about that.
Yeah.
That was
It was a
like
means of currency back then.
Yeah. How stupid is that? Tulip
It's
bulbs.
the Dutch, man. What do you want?
Yeah. What is it with the Dutch?
Of course, after that, it was spices and stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean that's a commodity. That's a commodity. I mean, but tulip bulbs, you don't.
Apparently they were paying, the Dutch women were paying big money back then for those to do stuff, and that's why it became such a commodity.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway,
we'll talk about that later, and we can talk.
That's
all
the
day.
crazy part.
Talk all day about the Dutch.
Yeah.
How about those dikes? Well, we'll talk about that later too. They got all kinds of things going on over there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Monday. It's
Wow.
It's the first week of summer.
Already took a major turn.
Got the go-to shirt on today.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that your go-to?
Yeah.
With the fish on it?
Yeah. So I always get a lot of compliments on this.
Do you?
Yeah. You like it? What do you think?
It's all right.
We had
I don't know what to say about that.
It's from the Steve Barber collection, right? Inside
It looks like you found it at a thrift store.
Really? My wife hates this shirt. I like it. I mean, it's.
Hey, it's all.
It
look,
feels. It's my. I feel good in it.
when it comes
It's
to fashion, all I can say is if you like it,
It's right.
nobody else
It's
is
my
opinion
5
matters.
o'clock somewhere. It's my 5 o'clock somewhere.
Right.
So I get to really roll now.
Oh,
What were
I'm
we
wearing orange. I think Gwen liked that when I walked out
It's like
today.
deer season.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the first day of
It's
hunting.
like, what are you working for DOT or something?
Or it should say, what's it say in the back? Inmate? No, it doesn't. It's say Newport.
Maybe that's why she said
Newport's-
orange was
Newport
good on you.
CI.
Hey, orange
Newport's-
is the new black.
So after the show, Rich is going to be picking up litter along US 70, just past Chick-fil-A, going out of Morehead City. So if you see him in the median with his pickup,
Don't throw anything.
Don't throw anything. There's enough to pick up there. So speaking of which, this is funny. Well, we talked about this last week on our last podcast. Bear with us here, young Jake.
I'll listen.
But I was picking up. I'm a scrapper. Okay. And I eyed some cans blowing around a parking lot next to a dollar store in Swansboro. Dollar General. I always get them mixed up.
Yeah,
I forget.
Dollar
It's
General.
across from the Pig in Swansboro. And,
Well, you said Dollar General.
Well, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Because there's a dollar store and a Dollar General. I think it's
It
a
could
dollar
have been
store. I think
Family
the
Dollar
General's
for
up.
all I know.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
You know the point.
So there was a Dr. Pepper can on the ground. And I picked it up and I felt something in it, shook it, turned it over, and a hypodermic needle came out of it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you do at that point?
Yeah. Walk away.
I picked it up. And I put it back in the soda can.
Definitely
And I put it in my
wouldn't have
car.
done
Really?
Wouldn't have done that.
No, that's what I said. There's
Came in
no
and
way
washed
I
my
would have
hands,
done
so I
that.
had it. So
We're going to adjust some
we
things
talked
here.
about this.
There we go.
We talked about this. And I was in the company of Chris Seberg, the town manager in Swansboro, and I told him that story. And he said, "What did you do with it?" I just told him what I did with it. And he said, "What you said. You shouldn't have done that." I said, "Well, I did." And he said, "You should bring that to the police department." And I said, "Okay." Well, I said, jokingly, I said, I have it at home. I cleaned it up. I was going to reuse it, knowing that I'm a recycler. And he looked at me like, you idiot. And I said, no, joking. I have it in my trash can at home. At which point, then he got angry because you're not supposed to dispose of it that way. So he said, take it to the PD. So I went home and I got my picker and I picked it out, put it in a soup can.
Then drove around with it for another
Then I
day.
drove around with it for another day in my car here, in the back, in the payload.
And I'm the one wearing orange.
Yeah, and he would have been. Yeah, he was all up about that. So anyway, I took it to Swansboro PD on Friday, and they were grateful for it. I presented it to the lieutenant, Dwayne Taylor, and they brought out the stick bag. This is where they put that stuff. So I put my can through the glass like that, and we're talking about it. So they take both the soup can and the needle, and they put the needle in the stick bag. So I said, "Hey," I said, "Can I have my can back?" And he said, "What for?" I said, it's about 2 cents a scrap right there. So I got my can back. I got them with the needle. They were very grateful for it. So
You think they dusted it for prints?
no, hell no. No, they stuck it in the stick bag. But somebody said maybe it was some diabetic shooting up and getting their insulin in the parking lot. Like, yeah, right. And
Right
so-
after they had the Dr. Pepper?
right after they had the
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper. I said, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Little side note on that. the big drug of choice right now coming into the area on Camp Lejeune? Drum roll, please. You want to take a bet what it is? You want to take a guess what it is? What's the big drug of choice right now? Illegal narcotic.
Probably heroin. I don't know.
Good guess. Hold that thought. LSD. LSD's coming in because of the COVID virus has shut down a lot of the transportation routes up and down 95.
Yeah, I can see that.
LSD comes in sheets in the mail. Dogs can't sniff it. Dogs can't sniff it. I was talking to an NCIS agent about that. So when I went to Swansboro to hand in my needle, my dirty needle, I asked him, I said, so what's the drug of choice in Swansboro these days? Now, you want to guess?
Swansboro.
You said part of the answer already.
I did.
Heroin. And what else?
I guess LSD.
Meth.
Meth.
Yeah. Meth and heroin in this friendly city by the sea.
Yeah.
No one nice, huh?
I would suspect that down by the coast here, all these counties, meth would be.
But it's brought in. According to the cops in Swansboro, the meth is brought in.
Yeah, but they're not going to say, "Oh yeah," because they're making it in down the road.
Yeah.
So that makes them look bad. So of course they're going to say, no matter who they are, they're going to say it's being brought in.
No, I'll say it's brought in because we don't have any meth labs in the Swansboro Area Chamber of Commerce. So as far as I know, no members. So, but nor will we accept them.
I don't know, man.
If you got $275, you can be a member of the Chamber of Commerce.
You gonna
it's your occupation.
You gonna turn down
pharmaceuticals.
What's his name from Breaking Bad?
Walter White, Mr.
The
White.
other guy.
Jesse.
You gonna turn Jesse down?
Jesse Pinkman can join. He can join as an individual member for $125. Fat Stacks, he's got it.
Daggone right.
He's got it. So, I heard another interesting story.
You think he's getting Bitcoin?
See that Breaking Bad showed his age, right?
Yeah.
Was the cryptocurrency wasn't?
I don't know. I don't know when it.
2011.
When that start?
Cryptocurrencies? Oh, that was.
It's been a while.
As far back as maybe the 90s.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I didn't realize it was that old.
It took off. If I'm not mistaken, it seems like it was either the first the Bush Jr. administration or the early Obama is the first time I remember it being considered a thing.
It's all about the internet. It's all about the internet. You're going to get into that big, I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you should.
Yeah.
You should. I mean, that's the way to go. If you can network that stuff,
What's your mom saying right now?
And I would advise.
You could have had an escalator.
Look, and little
Yeah.
little old person advice. I would look at all the networking, non-office stuff like they're doing now with everything. That's where we're headed.
Yeah.
We're headed to that. Nobody in school and stuff. Why do you think they're taking these surveys like they just had in Carteret County? Because they're looking at ways to do all this stuff.
What do you think about that?
in your
There's a
house.
survey. Do we have it on the website yet?
Yes.
Yeah, so go to Carolina Coast Online and check the survey there about what the Carteret County schools are asking parents and students. You don't count because you're already out of this.
I'm gone.
You're gone. But
Lucky you.
how it worked, learning from being
Remote
taught
learning, basically.
remote learning. I've talked to teachers about this, and they're saying this is good because not all students are suited for the classroom.
I wasn't.
And guys like this too that are beyond their,
Well,
their classmates. This guy's a brainiac, and sometimes it slows them down.
That's what I've
trying to
always
keep up
felt.
with the class.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting in a classroom with this guy here in orange.
Yeah.
And me.
Well,
in my,
when I was in school, they moved me up to take calculus just because. But you remember them tests they used to give us about what pulleys and stuff, about how intelligent you supposedly were, had pulleys on it and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, I did well on that. Yeah,
What'd you go to school?
It was basically like, where does this go from? And it had these pulley numbers, and so you have to look at it, figure it out. It was some sort of IQ test.
Yeah. You're
Anyway,
right.
Anyway, I did really well on that. I don't know how. I probably just wrote this number down, but whatever. So they moved me up. I knew nothing. I'm in calculus. Cornell, guy sat beside me, went to Cornell.
Is that his
girl, no, they went to Cornell.
Oh, okay.
Penn State and one of the other Ivy League school. And
Penn State? No, you meant Penn.
I was,
Penn State, yeah.
I was literally the dumbest kid in the class. I mean, it wasn't even close. The bell curve, every test, I was the one on the back end. Yeah. It was horrible.
I remember those tests. I don't know where I was I was put in a cage and I would press buttons and every so often a pellet would come down. It was trying to train.
Yeah, I guess they don't do those tests
Pavlov.
anymore. But they'd have like these little wheels and something. They say which way does this go, that sort of thing, and you got to answer it.
Did they put that metal thing on your head and put electrodes through it? Did they wire you up sometime? And Zap you.
Hey man, I maybe it's just Virginia. What do I know?
You're right.
I don't remember anything.
You
like
never
that down
pulled
here.
pulleys or anything like that, or sat in a cage, pressed
Nope.
a button.
Nope.
It was see, but we didn't have to take all them tests. You guys do this end of year tests and all that.
That's stupid.
We didn't do any of
Yeah.
that.
Did
So,
you hear?
lucky.
We did a story this morning, and parents, you might listen to this for rising seniors, high school seniors. Many of the schools, including all the Ivies, Duke, Stanford, Georgetown,
all the heavy
Northwestern,
hitters.
all they're doing away with the SATs requirement. You don't have to have requirement. You don't have to have SATs because they don't have enough seating space for the SATs to be taken this year by the seniors.
Yeah,
I believe it.
You took SATs.
I
Right?
took
How many
it.
times did you take it?
Twice.
Okay.
How'd you do? You want to share that or no?
I think I got like an 11. No, maybe a 1260
Out of 1,600.
and 1600.
Okay.
I'm sure you did about that, right?
I was 11 something after like 3 tries.
Right.
I took it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
It's a pain. I don't
It
test
is.
well though.
I took it twice. First time I took it, I had actually been out all night hanging out, so I was hungover.
You automatically get
And the
800.
second
don't you?
time-
by signing your name, you get
No,
400.
they do. We got 4.
400. That's right. Yeah.
I took it the second time and only did 10 points better and studied for it, took a class and all that.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Did
is
you
what
have
it
someone
is.
take it for you?
No,
Seriously?
seriously.
Okay.
I should have. If I'm being honest, the only reason I even got into college was the SATs. My grades were horrible. I just didn't care about school. Took the SAT, broke 1,000, so back then
That's
that
good.
meant something. Yeah.
And,
So, you know, they were like, oh, well,
like those
maybe.
kids that get 1,600. Like, how do you do that?
How do you do that?
You know?
My goodness, how sweet.
I don't. It'd be interesting to take it today.
The math. Oh,
You know?
Yeah, well, I think you can. You don't have to be a student.
I like to believe I do at least as well, but I don't know, man. That some of that math stuff. How long has it been since you
It's
did that?
not the stupid math like a train leaves a station going.
Yes,
30 miles
it's got
an hour.
that.
There's
Okay.
a good bit of stupid.
There's a
math.
lot of that.
That's calculus. That's kind of
Yeah.
calculus. Like
Yeah, the word problems. There's a lot
Yeah,
of those.
word problems. What
But there's
else?
some algebra too, and you hadn't had any of that.
That's stupid.
In
Do you-
45
Algebra is
years.
stupid.
Did you take algebra?
We had to.
I know you
Yeah.
had to. How much did you have to take? 1, 2.
How far did you go up?
We had in North Carolina. You're required to take math 1, 2, and 3. Math 1 is like introduction to some advanced algebra, and then math 2 is like introduction to trigonometry
That's,
sort of.
that's another one that's stupid.
And then math 3 is a lot of like trigonometry and a little bit of like super advanced boring stuff.
And you're a
Calculus.
smart guy. Is that
Probably
something?
calculus, right?
Are you going to need that when you study computer science?
Computer
at
science,
Charlotte.
They make you take a bunch of calculus and whatnot. I don't think I'm going to use it, or I don't think I'm going to need it, but you never know.
Computer science is
I
all ones
think-
and zeros, right?
Mostly.
Yeah, but
There's
I
no
think,
letters.
I think some of that is because the similarities between how the programming is set up, at least how it used to be set up.
I just know. I mean, if anybody out there is listening and uses algebra in their day-to-day life, I'd like to know what they do.
That does not work for the school system.
Well, this doesn't teach it, right?
Right.
Now,
That's
even
my
like
point.
at NADEP up at Cherry Point, you know, aeronautical engineers, do they use algebra? I mean, I have no idea
Sure.
what the practicality is of it.
I don't know if anyone really uses math anymore because you got all these computer programs
Yeah.
that do the work for you.
True. And you know, somebody said, you know, when I came out of college in '83, all you needed to my first job, there's the calculator. That's the only math you need.
Well-
Adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. I mean,
And to be fair, you can see it
square roots.
on any word problem, like John has 8 apples and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Kids, no disrespect, but a lot of kids, they struggle with that stuff.
Yeah,
man.
and that's simple math because it's
and
all
it's
done
not
for them.
hard, right?
No.
You just got to be able to
No,
pick
you
out
can-
what it is.
Before the cashiers would tell you,
Oh,
would tell
my.
the cashier person how much change to give. If you really threw a person, if your bill was $5.23 and you handed them a $10 bill plus 2 dimes and 3 pennies, they didn't know.
No.
They didn't know where. No,
I had one recently. My bill was $19.40 something, and I gave them 20 and 50. But I waited till after
Yeah.
they had punched it in,
Yeah, oh,
so they had to do the math, and I just sat there
They
and
just want
watched.
to cry. They just want to give you the
steam.
whole drawer here. You
I
know?
was just like, really?
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
but you know, I guess that's the way it is nowadays. They don't, like you said. They
Well,
got
first
it
of all,
right
you
here.
threw a curveball when you gave them cash.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of sticking it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, do you use credit card? You're
A
Mr.
good bit.
You use
Really?
bank cards and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah.
I remember when they came out with those, they said they were going to be faster than cash. That's how they advertised. Remember that? Faster than cash. They are not faster than cash.
No, they aren't.
Now you got to wait for the computer to go through. I can hand you cash and be out the door.
You want to go slow. Go to the North Carolina Lottery kiosk at a grocery store. Have you done that? It's frightening. Well, first of all, several things that are frightening about it. You can do it on a debit card. So you don't have to carry cash anymore. You don't have to go to a C store. You just stick it in there. But it takes, scan your driver's license, then the whole board lights up. And then you say, I want to pay with a debit card. You stick your debit card in there, and it sits in there for about, it seems like 2 minutes. And then finally, you know, the world's open. Now you can spend your $10.
Well,
you talk about throwing money away.
I
do it every Saturday when I grocery shop. I spend $10. I get a couple lucky for lives. How nice would that be? $1,000 a day for life.
True story.
At your age,
That'd be
would you go to
awesome.
college?
I would.
You
Just to know everything. I would go
and
and I
still
would
collect
learn everything.
$1,000 a day for life.
Still collect.
True story. I wasn't much older than him when I moved to Florida, and back then they had to win $1,000 for life.
You were already
a
making
week,
$1,000
$1,000 a week.
making $1,000
Anyway,
a day.
and we go down. I go down there and get one of those tickets, and you had to match 5 numbers, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I scratched off 4, and I had them. So I had like 4 chances to get that last number. I was sitting in the car sweating.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh my God, oh my God.
They want
Obviously, I'm working, so I did not
Wearing
win.
orange.
Yeah, wearing orange.
I don't know what that must feel like.
It would have been great.
It's funny. I was at a function with the chamber last year, and I won't say the gentleman's name, but we were just talking just like that, and I said, "How nice would that be to stand up there and hold the big wooden chair?"
Oh.
Right? He's there. My dad did. I said, "What?" He's there. My dad did. He won this certain state's lottery, $7 million. Dang. I said, tell me about that. I said, I got to hear this story because I already hate you now, you know? So their parents are coming back from visiting friends.
It's always like that.
Yeah, it's always like this, too. They're visiting friends in another community in the top part of the state, right? So they left, and they're driving back home, and they stop at a convenience store for gas and drinks and whatnot, and throws a couple bucks down, gets the ticket, puts it up in the visor. They go
Forgets
home.
about it.
Yep. So they're at home and whatever they're watching television. There's a bunch of people around, and somebody said the ticket still has gone unclaimed for $7.4 million, and he's there, and it was bought at this store in East BF. He said, well, we were in East BF, and goes out to the car, comes back in, he's there. This is the ticket we won. Just like that, nonchalantly.
It's like the one that the person from, I think it was Virginia, won because they bought the ticket in Lenore County. They visited, had to use the bathroom, stopped randomly. The wife, one of them was waiting for the other and didn't have, just waiting. And so they were like, I might as well get a ticket. And won like $5 million or something.
Yeah. So this guy, he cashes it in. He takes the lump sum, which most people do.
Yeah.
So I said, well, how was your father after that? He said, he complained about it. I said, what did he complain about? He called me soon thereafter and said, you know what? Our checkbook recorder, where you record,
doesn't go that high.
Yeah, there's not enough space in here.
First of all, who's using a checkbook?
Seriously, huh? So he's got it all deposited in his checking account. You imagine going to the bank, it's like, here, I'll have it.
Do you even have a checkbook?
I don't have a checkbook now.
Yeah, hardly anybody uses them anymore.
I know what a check is. I don't have
You know what a check
Nobody
is.
uses them anymore.
When I go to my bank, and I wish Bank of America in Swansboro would either poop or get off the pot and leave, but they're closed. I can't go in there. I've got a roll of quarters that I want to deposit. You can't put that in the machine.
Yeah.
And also, I need more like penny wrappers and another couple check recorders. So
I bet
till
you
the
can
bank
call
opens.
and make an appointment. I bet you
I
can.
might have to wear a mask.
Yeah, you probably will.
Well,
I don't know.
Problems there. No, they closed the branch. They closed the branch.
Ooh.
My banking center. But the roll of quarters drives me nuts. It's sitting on my desk at home.
You can cash that out of the pig or somewhere.
Yeah, I like to go to I'm a OCD.
See.
I need penny wrappers and a check recorder.
You can get both. You
can't get penny wrappers.
You can get them at the Dollar Tree.
I was
You
going to
gotta
say,
buy
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna buy them. They give them to me. Don't laugh, Jake. This is you right here.
I didn't know
This
about
is
that.
You can change your life
year?
now.
I know.
You
This
see
is
where it might be
Jake
going.
2060 and 2060 right here.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Please, you're so much like me you don't realize it. Right, isn't he?
You can change your life. I'm telling you.
Young Jake.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the coin stuff.
The what?
Yeah, his stuff.
Yeah, cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah, what do we want to talk about?
Is it a scam or is it above board?
We're going to talk about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin for a second.
Yeah.
Do you guys do that? You know what it is? I think it's tulip bulbs. But,
I don't think it's.
and I think
tulip bulbs.
it's drug dealers masking and hiding money. You know?
Some of that.
There's definitely some of that in there. There is some truth to it. There are places, I've never seen one. You can go and you can pay with Bitcoin. Like,
Where?
I don't know.
Tobacco stores?
No,
I don't know.
No,
Street corner?
No, I've
Like restaurants.
Yeah.
Like I've read news articles about places like that. And you see when you walk into somewhere, they'll have the stickers that say we accept like
Apple
MasterCard and
Pay
Visa.
yeah.
And then occasionally you'll see like a little Bitcoin logo. When I see one, I will take a picture.
Yeah, I've actually
and I will
seen
call.
that.
I'll
Now,
call you.
okay, if you went into a restaurant in Charlotte,
Mhm.
your college, and you saw that, how would you make that transaction?
What you would do is you would open up your wallet app on your phone, which is like your account. It holds all your Bitcoins, all your money. It should say like you would have like 1.30 Bitcoin. You'd say, I want to give away this many Bitcoins. So you type in, say, if you were paying for a drink or something, it'd be like 0.001, and it would generate a QR code on your phone. And you'd walk up to the cash register, say, I'd like to pay in Bitcoin. They'd scan your QR code. It'd probably take 10 minutes to process the transaction, and then it would be transferred out of your account and into
That's
theirs.
the problem, I think. The time.
Oh, if it gets serious enough,
Yeah, it'll go
they'll-
faster. But that right now, if that person 2 weeks ago couldn't figure out a cash transaction, where like when Richard walked in with $11.23,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do. Well, but if it's already established that place takes it, I guess they're training their people to do it. That's just
Well, I don't know if it'd take 10 minutes, but there is
yeah,
some
it takes a
time.
little bit
It's
of
not
time.
as fast.
Okay, it's like the North Carolina lottery machine. It takes a little bit of time to process the whole thing. Do Bitcoins, when you have it in your wallet, does it fluctuate in value every day like currency does?
It certainly would, more so than currency. Bitcoin, the price is more like the stock market.
Yeah,
It fluctuates
commodity. Got
crazy.
it.
It's very
Well,
crazy.
So does currency. It changes every day.
Well, more like dollars a day, not cents a day. So it could, I know in like 2016 or 2018, when it hit $20,000, it went up over like a week. It went from being worth about $1,000 to about $20,000 a Bitcoin.
And that was the week you were thinking about matricide, killing your mother. Because she didn't let you buy the Bitcoins, right?
Oh, well,
You could have bought 2 cars.
I don't think I would have taken it to that extreme, but I was definitely very angry.
Yeah.
I was very angry. Because when I first found out about it, you could get a Bitcoin for $100. If I had put $200 into Bitcoin in 2018, I would have had $40,000.
Wow.
And that was before the government
Yeah.
decided to
Yeah.
tax it, so that would have
See,
been $40,000.
That was a hit too. See,
Your
once
mom said no
again,
to that.
No, it's a scam.
I'd have
The-
killed
the
her.
whole thing-
I might
but-
still kill your mom.
and
I
to
could've
the
said
point
that,
though,
Jake.
back to the point, the reason this comes up is from something he had on the radio where the IRS was trying to get these people to pay their taxes.
Yeah.
And they wanted to include Bitcoin assets.
Right.
I disagree with the IRS on this particular one because you're not acknowledging it as an asset in any case except you owe us.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my problem.
Well, I think they changed the rules on that one, but I think it sounded like they had the cryptocurrency for some other. They just didn't want people to see it.
Well, they could very well be taking their cash and making it
Yeah.
into that somehow to hide it. I don't know.
Now-
But the point to me is, if you're going to look at it to take that to get your cut, then you ought to look at it. It's
Yep.
got to be looked at as real currency and needs to be like everything else.
Did it drop down off that 20,000 high? Then?
Oh, yeah, I think
It's at
right now
$37.
It's probably, I think, at 8,000 right now.
$37 per Bitcoin or something is what we saw the other day when we looked it up. That may be
That
low.
sounds about
I
right.
don't
Because
know.
he was saying put 200 in. It
Yeah,
would have been 200.
I don't know what it is now.
That's a shame, Jake. I feel
Let's
sorry
see.
for you.
One Bitcoin right now is worth $9,464.91.
There you go.
That's nothing to sneeze about.
There you go.
Take that, Mrs. Black. You know,
Yeah.
poor kid. You could have paid for college.
I could
Instead
have.
of you stroking that check. You know.
Big check.
Yeah.
Big check.
Kid's smart. You should listen to him more often.
Hey, all I know is this, Jake. When you're the first one to do something, people always tell you you're an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
So just remember that moving forward.
Hmm.
Get your Bitcoin. Even at 9,000, maybe it'll jump. Who knows?
Or go create your own.
Or go mine some.
I'd go mine some. I'd find a tiny little thing like Dogecoin or something, and I would invest in like some computer hardware to mine it, and I would do that.
So you're gonna do that when you go to college, man. You're just gonna blow it out.
I might if I get a really good laptop, like if I can get, or maybe I'll take some of my old ones. I'll set them up at the house in the closet where my mom won't find them.
Yeah.
And I'll try and find something that isn't a virus to mine it, because they do. I've looked into it before, and a lot of it. This is where the scams come in. When you try to buy or try to get the software, it usually is like a virus or something.
Right.
People trying to scam. Yeah, you gotta be very careful.
I wouldn't trust your mother either. At this point, I think she's out to get you.
Yeah, Mom, we don't trust you anymore.
Yeah, do it in the closet. That's best.
Yeah,
away from your mother's prying eyes.
I don't know, man. Doing anything in the closet away from Mom is probably not a good
idea.
idea.
You're gonna be gone in a couple months.
Yeah,
or a couple weeks, right?
A couple months. It's in August, late August.
Are you staying in the dorm?
I applied. I need to hear back. I need to figure out if they accept. I don't know when you hear back, but I applied.
Do they supply you with a roommate? Is that just how it works? Or do you have
you apply for like a room with like 4 rooms, and then they assign roommates. You do have the option to pick a roommate, but I don't know anyone that's going, so I just.
They should get freshmen. They usually get freshmen. Big housing.
Yeah.
Because you're new to the.
All I can tell you is this: stay focused, because.
Yeah, this guy. It took him 10 years to get out of college.
Well, I was
focused.
I was clearly focused.
Focused on something else.
Something else, exactly.
And
the reason I say that is
this like Scared Straight. From Broadway State Prison. Listen up.
The reason I say that is not from that. Is that he's going to be living with somebody who's probably not going to have the same
different
whatever.
Mine was different.
Right. And
180.
If your roommate,
and that's good.
If they're going out and hanging out till 2 a.m, it's going to affect how you sleep.
Yeah, exactly. That's not good.
Yeah,
just
that's the stuff I'm talking about.
As long as you had that's the most important. Like, hey, we all kind of hit the sack around the same time.
Right, and that's not going to happen. Your first year is not going to happen. Yeah,
so
you're going to have to find another way to sleep. I was probably the one staying out later, but I also learned to sleep with headphones on.
Oof.
So
I used to sleep with headphones. I used to sleep with earbuds, but I know I'll listen to music at night. But thankfully, the smarts at the university, the wise people out there, decided to do some dorms where it's not like a shared room. You each have your own little room in a common space. And so my top 6 choices were those
like pods.
You're better off you'd be better off. It would have been perfect.
That's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it would have been. I'm going, because even just going, like for instance, my freshman year we were completely different. And he had classes at 8.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
And mine were 10 or whatever. That's still.
I know. It's a big
way early. He was getting up. I think he came from a military family, so he was getting up at like 6 a.m. And your room is the size of this table, for Christ's sake.
Half of this room.
Yeah,
right.
Roughly.
and so no matter what they do, it's going to wake you up.
Yeah.
And if unless you're a sound sleeper, which I wasn't, and still not, it's going to affect you.
I remember taking my nephew to NC State freshman year, and I forget what campus. He was on the main campus, but his dorm, it looked like he was in a submarine. We opened the door, and it was like, wow, this is like just a little bit bigger than a closet, and they had it such where there was the beds on the top and the desks underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was like no space to turn.
I lived in a place like
poor
that.
Thing here, you're stuck here for. 4
I lived
years.
in a place like that for 2 years where you basically the bed was on loft, and everything else was underneath it. Yeah. I guess that's why I don't require a lot of space now, though.
You'll learn. I hope you do well. You'll get housing.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope they don't try to do anything crazy as far as responses to coronavirus. That's what I'm worried about right now.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it'd be amazing. I think it would be amazing if you reported to college in August that everything's back to normal. We can be back to normal.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No.
Not especially Charlotte and Raleigh. They got hit harder.
Yep.
So it's going to be a little bit different.
We'll cross that bridge.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Wrap
we
it.
we can wrap it.
We-
Y'all send Jake his good luck to go to college.
yeah. Hope he learned something about bitcoins. I did. Crypto. What are they called?
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency.
Bye.
See you next time.